How many times have you tuned into a VGC event or stream and it seems like the same Pokemon are on the field every time? Have you ever wished for a little bit more variety in the Pokemon that were used? Don't get me wrong, part of being a good player is recognizing what works well and what doesn't. But what if I told you that there's a right situation for almost every single Pokemon out there? That's what I'd like to show you with this series. Welcome to Community Chaos. Hi, I'm TGH. This is a series where I take Pokemon chosen by you, the community, and build a team around them to win games on the in-game ranked ladder. And in doing so, trying my best to prove that any Pokemon can be usable, or at least fun to use, competitively. The rules I have for this challenge are down in the description if you're interested and want to know the guidelines, and as always, there are timestamps or chapters in the video, so you can skip ahead to the games if you want to. Comment on this video with your choice on what I should use next, and if you end up liking the video, I'd really appreciate leaving a like and subscribing. It really helps me out a ton, probably more than you realize. Now, let's take a look at the feature Pokemon of this episode, Reuniclus. So, welcome to Regulation F, and fittingly we have Reuniclus, one of the returning Pokemon in the Indigo Disc DLC. Reuniclus is actually quite notable for how well it can perform on what we call Psyspam teams. That's right, we're playing the devil now. Psyspam teams are teams that take heavy advantage of psychic terrain and usually, or always, maybe, feature the move Expanding Force, which is an absolutely devastating psychic-type move that increases from 80 to 120 power in psychic terrain and becomes a spread move to hit both of your opponent's Pokemon. I'm actually pretty familiar with this archetype of team since I played a pretty large portion of Regulation E with a Psyspam team that honestly looked a lot like this one, but with Armarouge and Ogerpon Wellspring. Reuniclus definitely has a niche in the format for Psyspam teams, in my opinion, as although it's not as offensive as a Pokemon like Hatterene, it's a bit bulkier and can stay alive longer. You also have the option to run Magic Guard on it to prevent Chip from Life Orb, weather effects, status effects, etc., but I honestly think Overcoat is probably the more useful ability here. One of the biggest enemies of Trick Room teams in general is Amoonguss, and Overcoat lets it not care nearly as much about being put to sleep by Amoonguss, which is especially important since they both have the same base speed of 30. I have Terra Fire on mine as well to stop a Chi-Yu and Fluttermane lead from denying Trick Room while it's next to Indeedee, and I have Focus Blast on it so I can hit opposing dark types hard. This archetype definitely has its demons and its bad matchups, infamously, and I did my best to account for that when building this team. The three main things we have to look out for, as far as I can see, are opposing dark types, Rillaboom, which can overwrite our terrain with Grassy Surge, and Chien-Pao with Ice Spinner that can destroy our terrain completely. I think this team is well enough equipped to deal with those threats if I can play well enough. The enabler of this team is Indeedee, with both Psychic Surge and Redirection, as well as Terra Fairy to deny opposing dark types from getting an attack off into Reuniclus, and Psychic Seed to help, once again, versus a Flutter and Chi-Yu lead. We also have Torkoal. Torkoal sets Sun and can go absolutely berserk with Eruption in Trick Room in the right situations, as well as quell strong water-type attackers like Urshifu Rapid Strike, and just give us general weather control, which is also really nice in the format. Ursaluna is an absolute monster in Trick Room if you position it well, too. Flame Orb to self-proc Burn and activate Guts was very strong in Regulation E, and I can't see it being any less strong in Reg F. I've also got Swords Dance on this set as well, as opposed to something like a coverage move like Crunch or Ice Punch. So I can either read a double protect in Trick Room or even lead with it and set up, since a lot of players will ignore Ursaluna on its first turn out in the field, expecting it to protect, and let the Flame Orb activate. And I have Terra Ghost on it as well to ignore Fake Out and fighting moves, which is also really nice. Now, Sinistra, I think, makes for a pretty interesting piece on a team like this. No pun intended, I guess. In addition to being an additional Trick Room setter, it can fill a really nice role in being a pivot Pokemon in tandem with Indeedee. Against teams with Rillaboom or Ice Spinner Chien-Pao, preserving Indeedee is paramount, and I have to be really careful with how I position it. Since setting and keeping Psychic Terrain is my main objective throughout any given match, I will be switching Indeedee a lot versus teams with Rillaboom or Ice Spinner Chien-Pao, so why not make the switch nice for Reuniclus and heal it with Hospitality in the process? Sinistra can also redirect attacks along with Indeedee as well, and can heal itself with Machagacha, increasing its own lifetime on the field if it needs to. And last but not least, we have Choice Scarf Urshifu Single Strike, which operates pretty much exclusively outside of Trick Room and makes for a good way to round out a Psyspam team like this. Urshifu has the potential to give us a significant advantage on turn 1 with, say, a Helping Hand boosted Wicked Blow or Helping Hand boosted Close Combat into a lead sent out to try and counter a Psyspam, especially one with like a Dark type out there like Chi-Yu or Roaring Moon. Or it can U-turn out into Reuniclus or Indeedee to set up our Psyspam mode as well. Taunt also shuts down Pokemon trying to counter our Trick Room with their own, or use Imprison to shut it down, like a Farigiraf with Imprison Trick Room. You see that. You saw that quite a bit in Regulation E. I haven't seen quite as much of it in Regulation F, but it's out there somewhere for sure. All right. Without further ado, let's get into the games, and once again, remember to comment down below with the Pokemon you'd like to see me use for an episode. Last week, I took the ones that seemed interesting from the comments and put them into a community poll, and it got over 300 votes, and Reuniclus, of course, ended up winning, but I think that's the best way to do this for the future. But yeah, Reuniclus won this week, so here we go. Enjoy it in action. All right, game number 1. Here we go. Okay, we got Suicune, Fluttermane, Entei, Amoonguss, Metagross, and Chien-Pao. Metagross is likely Assault Vest, which I don't love. Chien-Pao also might be Ice Spinner, might be Crash, depending on what they prefer. I don't know, maybe Metagross improves their Psyspam matchup enough where they wouldn't have Crash on... or they wouldn't have Spinner on POW, but like, I'm gonna act like it's Spinner and try to position Indeedee accordingly. We do have help here with Torkoal. Torkoal is really good, like, once we can get it out on the field. Like, Torkoal is actually really nice here. Like, if we can get Torkoal and Reuniclus out on the field, I like that a lot. But I also like, just your standard Reuniclus and Indeedee lead, and I like Ursaluna and Torkoal in the back. See what happens. I'm not really... I mean, Suicune can probably tank an Expanding Force. Like, Suicune's just a tank as well. But I don't think it's going to help them much in this matchup. Especially not when I set Sun. Let's see what happens. I wonder how many protects are on this team, too. Like, Entei is usually either Banded or AV'd, and I think they timed out. So, Suicune, Fluttermane, Entei... Amoonguss. I guess will be the 4, because I think they timed out. So I think we know what 4 they're bringing. Which is interesting. We'll see what happens. So I guess if they timed out, they're not bringing Chien-Pao or Metagross, which is huge for me. Fluttermane, Suicune, yeah, they timed out. That's a shame. Alright, so Fluttermane is one of the reasons we have Psychic Seed on Indeedee, so I like this lead a lot. Pretty sure a Helping Hand Expanding Force kills Fluttermane at least. Special attack booster is fine. I'm still not even sure they can double up on the Indeedee to kill it. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna Trick Room. Not even gonna bother, like... with Terra or anything, and we are going to follow me with Indeedee. Yeah, Moonblast goes into the Indeedee. It does less than half. Okay, Snarl Suicune is not something I expected. So we're gonna get the special attack fall from Reuniclus, or for Reuniclus. Yeah, I didn't expect Snarl to come out here. So that lowers both special attacks. Yeah, Snarl's an issue. I think we can... Okay, yeah, if they didn't bring Chen Pao, I'm not worried about Indeedee staying on the field. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to I'm gonna switch in Ursaluna here and use Follow Me on Indeedee. It kind of feels like a waste of a Trick Room turn, but I don't like Snarl. I like getting Reuniclus off the field on that turn, and then next turn we can bring in Torkoal. Snarl missed Ursaluna. Okay. That's funny. I wouldn't have cared a terrible amount about it, but yeah, now we can bring in Ursaluna. Sorry, we can bring in Torkoal. And just kind of absolutely annihilate. Or we can... Actually, no, Reuniclus is fine here. Yeah, I like setting up Sun, though. Kind of like setting up Sun. And what, they have... As long as we keep Trick Room up, I don't care that much about Entei in the back. And I certainly don't care about Amoonguss in the back. So what we're gonna do here is... I kind of like focusing on the Suicune. So I like Facade, and I kind of like just Terrafire Eruption here from Torkoal. Terrafire Eruption might kill Flutter if it's not bulky, but we'll see. So here's our Terrafire Eruption. If we position Torkoal well, like, it goes pretty bonkers. Fluttermane should have Protect. Yeah. That's fine, because I just Facaded the Suicune. Like, this Suicune's very dead. Yeah, that actually did more than... I was expecting, like, maybe, like, Assault... Oh, that was a crit. Okay, that makes sense. I think Facade would have taken care of it anyway. Good stuff there. So that's honestly probably the biggest threat to us gone. Right there. Yeah, Snarl's not something I expected on Suicune, but it is off the field now. I wonder if at some point I should get Reuniclus back on the field. Although I really like the position that we're in right now, honestly. 2 turns left the Trick Room. It's either Entei or Amoonguss. They're taking a long time. I was starting to wonder if they AFK'd. Okay, yeah, Amoonguss. We just, like... At this point, like, we target on the Fluttermane here. Like, if just in case Eruption doesn't kill Fluttermane, I kinda want to double into it. It just protected. And if they put Torkoal to sleep, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. They can't do anything to Ursaluna. Terra Water, I'm guessing, from Amoonguss. Terra Dark on Amoonguss. Okay. Well, that probably helps them somewhat. It would be really nice if Eruption just KO'd Flutter here. We can just KO both these Mons right now. Yeah. And also our Ursaluna underspeeds their Torkoal. Their, excuse me, wow, their Amoonguss. So, yeah, and I think they just have Entei coming in, and Entei is presumably the Assault Vest Mon. I actually don't know if Assault Vest was on Suicune, but maybe it's banded. Either way, it probably doesn't have Protect, but they've Terra'd, and I can just Headlong Rush into it. They can't even Extreme Speed because they, you know, Psychic Terrain's up. So yeah, we're just gonna Headlong Rush, and, you know, just in case things go awry, I guess we'll bring Reuniclus back in. To maybe try and set Trick Room / be a distraction on the next turn. I'm not expecting this Entei to have Protect. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so that was I feel like that's a good example of what a team like this can do. If a team doesn't have answers or bring answers to Psyspam, the closest thing they had was Snarl on Suicune. But yeah, it's a good example of just like how much of a powerhouse this team can be. All right, game number 2. We have Regidrago, Iron Crown. Oh, we have a Psyspam team of their own here. Iron Crown, Fluttermane, Tornadus, Urshifu. Probably Single Strike, if I'm being real. Probably like ours. And Indeedee. I actually kind of like the Indeedee Urshifu lead here. I have to bring Reuniclus because of the rules of the challenge. I wonder if they might do the same thing. I wonder if we might see an Indeedee Urshifu mirror here. I kind of like Indeedee Urshifu just because if they lead like either Iron Crown or Regidrago, that puts us in a good spot. Because my Scarf Ursh will... Well, my Scarf Ursh will outspeed the Regidrago, but not the Iron Crown. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's a very similar thing they've got going on there. But we bring Reuniclus, and it's either Torkoal or Ursaluna. I am not the hugest fan of Torkoal here. Well, no, not with Tornadus. I think I like Ursaluna. Well, this won't be a terrain war. I can assure you of that. We'll see how this plays out. It's like a... God, I remember when I... Like, this archetype feels familiar to me, for me to use, because like I mentioned, I use the Psyspam team throughout Regulation E, or throughout, like, a portion of Regulation E. And... But I was never good at playing, like, a mirror. I think one thing that we have that they don't, though, is good Pokemon that we can use in Trick Room. So... I feel like it might be a good idea for us to prioritize that. But this lead puts them in kind of a weird spot. Wonder what the Terra on Indeedee is. They can always redirect. If they're Terra Fairy as well, I actually kind of do like setting up Trick Room here because like it was a speed booster, was it not? Iron Crown. I actually didn't even look, so that's cool. Go me. I actually do like setting up a Trick Room. Kind of find it hard to believe they would go for Expanding Force here, honestly. So I do want to set up Trick Room, and we will U-turn into the Iron Leaves. Iron Crown, rather, not Iron Leaves. And we'll see what happens. This is kind of like a... This is a kind of a volatile turn 1 here. They're Terra Fairy on the Iron Crown. Okay, well, I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with that because they get rid of their they get rid of their psychic resistance, which is fine by me. Now it's either Ursaluna or Reuniclus. I wanna say that they didn't go for Helping Hand. I wanna say that Tachyon Cutter would not KO Reuniclus. We'll see what happens. Here's hoping that the Indeedee did not click Trick Room. I'm guessing that it actually did because of the fact that it hasn't done anything yet. Just Focus Blast into the Reuniclus and actually hit. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, we just mirror Trick Room. Okay, that's kind of a shame. I wonder if they were just trying to counter my Trick Room. I wonder if I should have taunted the Indeedee. Then I'd be left with like a... I'd be left with in like an awkward spot though in that case. I'm gonna be real, I actually kind of like a Follow Me Expanding Force here. Yeah, I don't mind if Indeedee gets hit by another Focus Blast, and they wouldn't use Focus Blast anyway here. Yeah, we Follow Me and we Expanding Force. No need to Terra here. I want to keep my Expanding Force resistance. Helping Hand. It's probably Expanding Force, Tachyon Cutter, Focus Blast, Protects. And this is one of the reasons why I like Psychic Seed on Indeedee, and we'll see how much this Expanding Force does. Okay, not as much as I thought to the Iron Crown, honestly. I could go for that again. I also, actually, if they're going to go for Helping Hand, like, they need Helping Hand Tachyon Cutter to kill Indeedee, right? Because of that, I actually do like a Follow Me Trick Room here. I do like a Follow Me Trick Room here. Okay, they didn't go for Helping Hand. I feel like I'm about to get red again. Yeah, wow. I mean, props to my opponent, I guess, because like they're definitely disrupting what I'm trying to do, and they've gotten all 3 calls right so far. Which is impressive. Another Expanding Force like might come close to killing. See, Trick Room with Indeedee plus like... this is tough. I think we Trick Room plus Expanding Force. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, they went for their own Expanding Force. I swear to God, if this Indeedee uses Trick Room again... Actually, if it does use Trick Room, that's good. Please use Trick Room again. It looks like it might, yeah, because we went first. There's no way that we outspeed. Yeah, they went for Trick Room again, which is not great for them because I have Ursaluna in the back. And they don't have any Pokemon that are great here in Trick Room, I don't think. Meanwhile, we have Ursaluna. Oh, they have Tornadus. All right, so... I'm not gonna lie, I like Swords Dance here on Ursa. I like Swords Dance plus Expanding Force. And Expanding Force, honestly, depending on the bulk, might just kill Tornadus. Might kill. I like Swords Dance plus Expanding Force. Like, they could always, like... No, they can't Prankster Taunt. Psychic Terrain. I like it. Follow Me is not going to help you that much. Ooh, wow, is it sashed? Yeah, it's sashed. Okay. We'll see what the Torn does. Looks like it's going for Bleak Wind. Or whatever attack it has. Which might kill the Reuniclus. In fact, it probably will. I go for Swords Dance, which is fine. I mean, like, if it's sashed, it might be max special attack, though. That's fine. Still 3 turns of Trick Room left. We have, yeah, it's not the best for my, not the best ever for my Urshifu, but I still like our position here. They have Terra. They Terra Fairyed the Iron Crown, so we have not Terra yet. All right, well, we're pretty free here to, I think we Facade the, you know what I actually like? I like Terra Dark Ursh here. I like Terra Dark Ursh and Facading the Regidrago and Wicked Blowing. This might seem like a weird play, but I'm just trying to get rid of my flying resistance so that Urshifu doesn't just immediately get owned here by a Bleak Wind. So ideally, Facade will go off, or they can protect Regidrago. Oh, is that a... no, we're still good. Okay. That was scary. Yeah, we still underspeed, thankfully. His Ursa is 0 speed. Urshifu goes for Wicked Blow, and that ends the game. Okay. That was really scary. I'm not gonna lie. The scary, I mean, no pun intended, of course, but the... Yeah, side scary face is not something I like to see. Playing a Trick Room team, so... But cool, good stuff. Yeah, we put ourselves in good position there, and like I said, we had Mons that function well in Trick Room, and they just kind of didn't. So, that was our advantage. Alright, so far we're 2-0. Maybe this is wishful thinking, but let's see if we can get up to Master Ball rank. Okay, this is what I definitely did not want to see. This is Lilycole plus Psyspam, Hatteran, Porygon 2, and presumably another Scarf single strike Urshifu. Okay, so Hatteran underspeeds Reuniclus by a single point. 29 base speed, whereas ours is 30 base speed. So yeah. I don't particularly like this, but how do we handle Hatteran? I mean, presumably with Ursaluna, honestly, like... Yeah, I think we have to get rid of their Indeedee turn 1. I also, you know what I also kind of like? Is I like leading with Torkoal here. Because, like, I'm expecting an Indeedee and Hatteran lead. Ugh. This is kind of... I don't like this. I don't like this at all. But I have to make a decision. Alright. I don't like this at all. This is kind of what I didn't want to see. I did not want to see another Psyspam team with Hatteran. Because... yeah, that kind of sucks. Especially if it's Terra Fire Hatteran, like that's annoying. That's definitely annoying for Reuniclus. So we're sending out some immediate offense right away, and they're sending out Indeedee Urshifu, which is also kind of bad. Since this Urshifu isn't like max speed as well, it's adamant and like with I forget if it's 212 or 228 investment. We might not outspeed this other Urshifu, which is presumably Scarfed. I have nothing to switch into. Oh, this is this is bad. This is very bad. I think we have to go Terra Fairy. Follow me. Wait, no, we don't have we don't have Indeedee on the field. I was looking at their side. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. We have to at least try to U-turn out. Or you know what? We just go for close combat. And if they target the Torkoal here, either way, their Urshifu's taking a bunch of damage. So I think this is the right call. Oh, we outsped. Okay. Well, the Indeedie's gonna... That's good to know, though. Like, we outspeed. And they go for close combat, but they're both gonna take a ton of damage here from this Eruption. I think Eruption just kills Ursh. Or it might come close. It's not max speed, though. Or it might not even be Scarfed, actually. I don't know. Okay. Good work, Torkoal. Crisis averted? I guess. And now it's just, how are we going to set Trick Room? We have Indeedee, we have Reuniclus, and they have presumably Hatteran. They have... God, what else? I'm forgetting exactly what their team was. They had Lilycole as well. That would not be great. If they have Lilycole, though, I like Indeedee for Follow Me. We can try and Earth Power their Torkoal and have a good advantage. Oh, it's Torkoal Hatteran. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this either. Oh yeah, not a fan. I have Reuniclus in the back. I actually kind of want to try to deny their Trick Room. And presumably Hatteran... Well, they could just go for Expanding Force. They could just go for Expanding Force. But if they do, I have Reuniclus in the back, which outspeeds both. So... Again, this is all assuming they're 0 speed, which, like, they can't not be 0 speed. We go Dazzling plus Flamethrower into Hat. We'll see what happens. I'm expecting my Torkoal and theirs to be the same speed. They're probably both 0 speed. This is Terrifier. It's Terra Psychic. Oof. Alright, well, I guess we know what they're going for. It does make sense that they wouldn't set Trick Room here. Expanding Force is going to absolutely annihilate Torkoal. Yeah. Yeah, Terra Psychic is awkward as well. Just because I can't Expanding Force them now. But then again, they can't really Expanding Force me, can they? Well, they can, obviously, but... I legitimately think we just go for a Helping Hand Expanding Force here. And we have the speed advantage. Torkoal dies to Helping Hand Expanding Force. And if they go for Trick Room, that's fine. Because Reuniclus tanks it. Oh, also, really funny thing that I just realized. My Reuniclus is Terra Psychic. Screw it, Terra Psychic. Okay, so I have a story. Shoutouts to Amber, who actually traded me their shiny Reuniclus. Amber's my partner, so huge shoutouts to them. I love them very much. But I forgot to change the Terra on the Reuniclus. So we're Terra Psychic, but you know what? I don't care. It works in this situation for sure. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean that works. That's exactly how I planned it, right? That's exactly how we planned it. The double KO. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if we get that if we're Terra Fire, but honestly, if we're Terra Fire in that situation, I don't think I Terra at all. Because I want to keep the expanding force resistance, because either way, Torkoal dies to expanding force, whether we're Terra Psychic or not there, because we have Helping Hand, and I'm pretty sure that just KOs anyway. Maybe even without Helping Hand, Torkoal's special defense is not good. But yeah, Terra Psychic definitely helped there. I'm just going to keep Terra Psychic. I don't care. It's Terra Psychic. It's a Terra Psychic Reuniclus. There we go. Okay, so I did end up changing the Reuniclus back to Terra Fire, because I know that our next match is going to be... I was going to say Fluttermane Chi-Yu, but there is Chi-Yu there. This is another instance of, like, we just set up Trick Room and kind of like, overwhelmed them. I like that a lot, because they don't have any Trick Room mons, they just have Psyspam and, like, Tailwind stuff. So, like, they're like, a faster Psyspam team with Iron Crown. It is Indeedee, Iron Crown, Tornadus, Urshifu, Chi-Yu, Landorus Incarnate. It is really nice not having to worry about Landorus Incarnate, I will say that. Yeah, we go Reuniclus and Indeedee. We set up Trick Room. We can also... Yeah, they don't have anything that can... Yeah, they're purely side terrain stuff. Yeah, we go Torkoal and Ursa in the back. Torkoal looks really good here once we can get rid of their Chi-Yu. One thing we do have to be wary of is something like Rain Dance on Tornadus. Although... I don't know, this kind of team makeup really does call for a Dark Ursh instead of a water one. So maybe it's not Rain Dance and it's just there for Tailwind and, like, maybe Scary Face. Like the other Tornadus we saw. Urshifu and Chi-Yu. It is Water Urshifu. Okay. That is fine, I think. Yeah, I think we kind of have to follow me expanding force here. Like, Indeedee is going to go down here, but I'm pretty sure it lives... I think I remember it living a Terra Water, like, Surging Strikes. Hopefully it's not Taunt. Hopefully it's not Taunt Urshifu. Chi-Yu... I actually really like Ursaluna in this situation. If I can, like, especially Terra Ghost Ursaluna. If I can manage to get it in, like, the Indeedee slot somehow. But I do like Trick Room plus Follow Me, and with any luck, Indeedee will go down, and we'll just be able to get in Ursaluna for free. And then we can freely Expanding Force plus Headlong Rush the Chi-Yu. They're gonna Terra their Ursh right away to Terra Water. I think Indeedee lives this. We'll see. I think Indeedee lives this. Hopefully. Snarl Chi-Yu, because of course. Alright, well, we still get, okay. We still get Ursaluna in Indeedee's slot, so that's fine. But we are -1 on Reuniclus. This is not bad. Yeah, Indeedee would have lived that easily. Also, that might be Scarf Chi-Yu. Not quite sure if, yeah, not quite sure if it's Scarf or if it's like, if the Chi-Yu just outspeeds the Ursh naturally. It might be Sash too. That would actually not be great if it were Sash. That would not be great for us at all. If it's Sash and just like max. Honestly, that did a lot of damage. The Snarl did so much damage to, like, both, really. I wouldn't be surprised if it were Specs, but, like, I don't know my Reuniclus calcs, if I'm being honest. I do like expanding plus Headlong Rush, though, and just kind of hope that their Chi-Yu is not sashed. I like Terra Ghost as well on Ursa, just to make sure it doesn't... That's the thing, though. If it is sashed... then we're gonna go with it's not sashed. We're gonna go with that. Terra, Headlong Rush. So I am putting myself in a little bit of a weird position here. Because I'm headlong rushing before the Urshifu can get off of Surging Strikes, and I'm like lowering my defense because of it. Oh, never mind, they're protecting. Okay, that's cool. Well, hopefully you're not Sash, Chiyu. Don't be Sash, please. That does make sense that they want to, like, stall out the Trick Room, but... it was Sash. It is Sash. Oh, that's bad. Snarl might just straight up kill Ursaluna here. That's not good at all. No, okay, I didn't kill, but... we do have... Ursaluna coming in. The game's not over. We do have Ursaluna coming in. We can freely Facade the Urshifu now. And they don't have a Flutter Mane in the back to, like, you know, take a normal type attack. They do have Iron Crown, but I don't care about Iron Crown. We're just going to Eruption plus Facade the Ursh. Eruption's not going to kill Ursh, but Facade will. So I'm wondering if, like, let's see, they have nothing in the back that can take a Facade, except for Crown, but Crown can't take an Eruption, so it's fine. We just Facade this slot, hope they don't get off a double protects. Even if they do, I guess it's fine. Taking a while. Trying to plan out how to stall out the Trick Room, I guess. Because, like, even though it's like a 4v2 right now, we're still in decent-ish position. Chiyu protects. So Ursh is going to go down this turn. It is nice to know that because of side terrain, they can't, like, Aqua Jet. It's nice to know. And since they Terra Watered, they can't Terra Ghost their Chiyu, so I can Facade that if I want. I probably won't need to. But since Chiyu just protected, Chiyu will go down this turn. I don't think the burn on Ursa is going to matter too much. The worst thing that can happen here is Torn comes in and uses Rain Dance, but like... Torn goes down anyway to a Facade, and it's Iron Crown. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I think we're going to be fine. Presumably has Protect, but there's only so much they can do. I wonder if Sword Stance here is good. Like, I actually, admittedly, I'm not keen yet on my Iron Crown calcs. I don't know what Iron Crown's base special defense is, or if it can live an Eruption. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing on this team that can take a Facade even at neutral, even at like +0. So, yeah, we're just gonna Facade this slot. It should be enough. Next turn we can Eruption plus Facade whatever the other slot is. Or who knows? I might want to depending on what it is. Oh, it's in DD. Oh, God. Okay. Well... Okay, I'm not a fan, because now they can follow me. But my question is, does Eruption kill Iron Crown? I'm pretty sure it would. it's a steel type after all, and they've Terra'd. So like, yeah, I legit think we just like, okay, yeah, we double into that. Iron Crown tries to go for the double protect, does not get it. Ndidi doesn't even go for follow me. Okay, so the Iron Crown, yeah, the Iron Crown does go down. Facade goes into Ndidi, and we are 4-0. Even with Citrus, like, Facade's just gonna KO it. I don't think there's a world where Ndidi doesn't die to this. Yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. Honestly, it feels like we're bringing the gang back from, like, I brought a team very similar to this, to Toronto Regionals. It was Psyspam with Ndidi Armouge plus Water Ogerpon in the slot where Sinistra is. I'm gonna try to get in Sinistra this next game. We have not seen Sinistra yet. We've seen every Mon but Sinistra, and I kind of want to show off what Sinistra can maybe do for this team. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe the next team has like Rillaboom or Chen-Pao or something. We can actually show off what my vision was there. But yeah, good stuff. All right, we actually got back to Master Ball with that last game, Master Ball rank. So, okay, this is an interesting one. We have Thundurus, Iron Boulder, Iron Bundle. I almost forgot the name of that Pokemon for a second, somehow. Raging Bolt, Annihilate, Chi-Yu. There's some stuff here I don't like, honestly. Iron Boulder is Rock Psychic, correct? So, yeah, that resists Expanding Force. I don't love that. I think, you know what? I said that I was going to try to get in Sinistra this game, and I'm not sure this is the best usage case for Sinistra. It's really just like to be there against like a team that can get rid of my terrain, which this team, unless something has electric terrain, like Thundurus has electric terrain maybe, I doubt it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And yeah, Sinistra is meant to work in tandem with Ndidi on like switching and stuff. So we'll see what happens here. But I'm not sure what I like. I think I like Ursa. I think I like Ursaluna for Raging Bolt and Sinistra. Yeah, sure. Let's get Sinistra in there. Let's see if Sinistra can do what I want it to do. I think ordinarily I wouldn't bring Sinistra here, but I want to try to bring it just to see if like if my vision for it wasn't just a farce, you know. And so now Iron Boulder and Thundurus. You know what? I wonder if this might just be an electric terrain Thundurus. It might be. I think what we do, though, is we immediately switch. I like an immediate switch into Ursa here. Yeah, I like an immediate switch into Ursa because I feel like this Thundurus has electric terrain. And there's no need to Terra Fire, I don't think. Rock Psychic is Iron Boulder. Yeah, Terrakion is Rock Fighting. Iron Boulder's Rock Psychic. So I like, yeah, just Trick Room. And we'll see what happens. Well, I'm 100% expecting this Thundurus to use electric terrain right now. To increase or to proc Quark Drive. Yup, there it is. There it is. That was a little bit readable, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see what the Iron Boulder does. Yeah, it's a speed booster. I'm fine with that. I'm honestly 100% fine with that. So now I really like our position because we have a turn 1 burned Ursaluna on the field under Trick Room. The only thing I don't love is that we don't have side terrain, but like I'm honestly okay with that. I have options now, and I think what I want to do is I want to force a... I just want to force a Terra on their Thunderous. I think we Facade the Thunderous. Like, I want the Thunderous gone, but at the same time, I also, like, wouldn't mind forcing a Terra on Iron Boulder either. I like getting rid of the Terrain Setter, and I like bringing Indeedee back in as well. Now this goes well. If they don't like do anything with Thunderous here, and they just let it go down to Facade, this is kind of nice. Yeah, they tried to Eerie Impulse the Reuniclus, but yeah, it's going down to Facade. Yep. Good stuff. So now we have Psychic Terrain for the rest of the fight. Oh, okay, so Ursaluna took damage. You know what we should do now? We should switch in Sinistra to heal it. See, this is the vision I had. This is the vision I had, and I think it's actually going to work out well on this turn, and we can also bring it in and like Strength Sap the Iron Boulder, or we could Matcha Gotcha. It's super effective. And just keep it on the field, set Trick Room again. Okay, maybe not in front of the Chi-Yu, though. Yeah, maybe not in front of the Chi-Yu. All right, okay, so... yeah, maybe never mind there. I'm gonna be real, though. Like, if we switch into Sinistra... I'm not sure if I mind if it goes down. Like, I'm actually not sure that I mind, because, like... I feel like their main goal right now is to get rid of the Ursa. I like Headlong Rushing into the Chi-Yu, though. Yeah, I like this, actually. And again, unless the Chi-Yu is sashed, it's going to go down, whether it Terras or not. Unless it's Terra Grass. Hopefully it's not Terra Grass. This is a bit brave, but... oh, they just protected. Okay, that's fine. I think we do the same thing next turn, and we Strength Sap the Iron Boulder next turn. Earthquake. All right, that's not going to do a terrible amount. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I am all right with doing the same thing. Again, fully expecting the Chi-Yu to be sashed. I also kind of, honestly, I don't love Terra Poison here, but, like, I don't mind it. Because if we Strength Sap the Iron Boulder... you know what? No. Let's, here, let's Headlong Rush plus Matcha Gotcha, just in case they're sashing the Chi-Yu. Because, like, I'm not afraid of this Iron Boulder right now. I'm not at all. Yeah, they went for a double, and they're not going to get it. Okay, cool. I guess the Iron Boulder just doesn't have Protect, right? Yeah, and Chi-Yu's going to get back... Chi-Yu. Sinistra's going to get back the health that it... oh, it missed. Okay, cool. Matcha God. God. You know, it's a good thing we didn't use Focus Blast at all with Reuniclus. Well, it's not over yet. I could still. Not terribly worried about the Raging Bolt. I wonder if it's Assault Vest. I wonder if it's Assault Vest, because, like, at this point, like, Reuniclus can kind of just come in and clean up, like, after we set Trick Room again. There's one turn left the Trick Room. So I don't mind if Ursa goes down here, but I also... yeah, I mean, they're probably going to Terra. And also, I wonder if Facade even just kills it. Yeah, I like, I'm not worried at all about the Boulder. I think we just, like, yeah, we do this. We Strength Sap. Okay, they go for Protect. Which is fine. They can't switch out either. Oh, they went for Protect on both of them. Okay, so you do have Protect. Interesting. I think if they were to Terra either Mon right now, they'd probably Terra the Boulder. No, sorry, they would Terra the Bolt. My bad. Bolts, Boulder, same thing. They'd probably Terra the Raging Bolt. Yeah, like Ursa, I don't mind Ursa going down this turn at all. I like... And we know the Raging Bolt's not Assault Vest either. They have to double the Sinistra to have any chance of like stopping Trick Room like at all. So I like this. I like just setting Trick Room back up again. Mighty Cleave onto the Sinistra. Dragon Pulse into the Sinistra. Yeah, okay. So they double up on it and that's fine. But this what did I target again? Whoever it is, they have a Headlong Rush coming. There we go. So Ursa goes down, and we have Indeedee plus Reuniclus to clean up, essentially. Or hopefully clean up. Like, yeah, we can follow me away anything that Raging Bolt has to offer us. And we have a full health Indeedee to do that, too. Full health Indeedee. We can follow away any, like, I mean, they wouldn't Thunderclap or Reuniclus. Dragon Pulse. Hell, we can Terra Fairy. I mean, we can Terra Fairy and Dragon Pulse and follow me any Dragon Pulse away. I'm completely okay with that, but I also... Expanding Force just went... I'm sorry, Psychic Terrain just went back up, right? Yeah, so we don't have to worry about that. We just Expanding Force plus Terra Fairy, follow me, and this honestly should be... This game should be in the bag. And like, I think, I don't know, they might have gone for Dragon Pulse, but they don't know that I'm Terra Fairy. Maybe they went for Dragon Pulse. But even if they go for Thunderbolt, I don't think it does, yeah, I don't think it does really much at all either way. But Expanding Force is going to do a bunch here without AV. Not quite the KO, but we didn't need the KO. It's fine. Yeah, we just do the same thing. And that is 5-0 with Reuniclus. Rising Voltage makes sense with Electric Terrain. That's pretty cool, actually. This team was cool, but we were able to play around the Electric Terrain shenanigans, and yeah. Awesome. Super good stuff. 5-0 with Reuniclus. I'm super happy with that, honestly. So far, the only other mon I've gone 5-0 with was Glaceon, and I think for Reuniclus, I don't know, the archetype is like pretty strong right now, especially if your opponent doesn't have many answers for it. But even if they do, you know, you can play around it. Like, yeah, we didn't come across any teams that had like any hard answers for Psyspam, which definitely played to our advantage. If we did, we might be singing a different tune right now, but either way, I'm very happy with that. All right, so to recap, Game 1 was a pretty commanding win over an opponent who I'm pretty sure timed out on Team Preview and didn't bring either mon I was afraid of seeing. Despite Snarl on Suicune, which I didn't love, it was an overwhelming victory. Game 2 was a weird mirror match with another Psyspam team with Iron Crown, which ultimately came down to my team functioning much better in Trick Room than theirs did. Game 3 was a very close game versus another Psyspam mirror where we actually had the speed advantage versus their Hatteran because neither side set up Trick Room. I also forgot to change the Terra on the Reuniclus, so I got to Terra Psychic Expanding Force to end the game, but I think I had the game either way. Game 4 was yet another Psyspam mirror, but once again, despite an early setback and their Chiyu having Snarl, because of course, we were able to bring it back from a 2v4 by overwhelming them with Torkoal and Ursaluna. Once again, Reuniclus was able to get off Trick Room, and their team just didn't quite have the tools to deal with it. Game 5, we were able to play around the team centered around electric terrain from Thundurus by efficiently pivoting Indeedee and immediately removing Thundurus once Trick Room was up. Sinistra helped give Ursaluna just enough health on a switch-in earlier to deliver a fatal blow to their Iron Boulder, and Reuniclus was able to finish off their Raging Bolt to end the game. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Again, be sure to comment with your choice of Pokemon for the next episode, and like and subscribe if you haven't yet so you get notified when I upload in the future. I'll see you next time.